Hi guys, welcome. I know Amy's just grabbing a water. We were just having a little chat, and then we realised it was already 8 o'clock, so she'll be joining. Hi guys, welcome. This is going to be really very special. So I've never done a live with my face, firstly, so that's a bit awkward. Oh, thank you, Nimi. And Aimee is amazing. So she's a psychic. She also coaches people to bring out their psychic abilities. She is a medium. So a medium can, hi guys, talk with spirits. And, well, she'll tell us more in a minute. I'm just waiting for her to get her water and to join. And I'll be talking to Aimee, but I also want to talk a bit about my own spiritual journey as well. I'm going to be doing more of these lives every couple of weeks with a different subject, and I hope you will love it and that you can join me on my spiritual journey as well. If there is any subjects or professionals that you would like me to do a live with, then how do I do this? I've just seen Aimee join and I don't know how to add her in now. How do I do this? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. This is not a crystal sale today. This is a live chat about all things spiritual. And here's lovely Aimee.
Hello, Kiki.
So Amy's page is Oracle Angel 111. Is that 111?
That's me. Hi, everyone.
So
hi.
Give her a little follow as well. That would be lovely. Aimee, how are you today?
I'm all right, Kiki. Thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me. Here I am. I don't know what to expect. I'm all like, I don't know what will happen, what will be said, but I'll go with it. And here we are. So it's nice to speak. How are you, Kiki?
Oh, I'm good. My little cousin's staying here. He's from the Cotswolds. He's the same age as my daughter, and my husband and him have gone to the pub, so it's nice and peaceful.
Nice. The Cotswolds. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Aimee, can you tell everyone a bit about yourself?
All right, so my name's Aimee. Hi, I think we know that by now, but I've said it 100 times. I am I don't like to label things so much, but I am a psychic medium. I'm a lot of things. There's a lot of things that come under my madness or my method in madness in the way that I work. I connect to spirit. I work very closely with spirit. I connect very well with energy, and I have done ever since I was a little girl. I have been on a spiritual journey. I feel, for me personally, ever since I was born, I feel like I've always been this way. I've had lots of changes in life that have given me evidential facts about spirituality and that have led me onto this path. There's been loads of the universe have directed where I am today, so it's been full of lots of ups and downs, but it's also been a very beautiful experience as well. And that is one thing that I feel like so many of you must remember, that there is so many ups and downs with spirituality. It isn't just all sitting there meditating and feeling all zen all the time. It can be really, really quite difficult and uncomfortable to understand, especially while you're starting a journey, or if you feel things and you don't understand them. It can be quite difficult in so many ways. And I feel at the moment there's a mass calling for spirituality. Would you say, Kiki? Would you say that you've noticed that how your babies?
Absolutely. I have always been into this. I've had many readings before, but my calling now is to find my own spirituality and to align with my higher self. So that is the journey I'm on, but I've always been fascinated or drawn towards the spiritual side of other people and relied on their spirituality to make me feel better, but actually it actually comes from within, doesn't it?
Very well said, because you find that I know that so many people got very mixed opinions about this. Who is spiritual? Who isn't spiritual? what is that label? Does that make sense? And I spoke about this a little bit about you before, and I said that it's really easy to get fed into the loophole of believing that you need to be a person that gives readings, or that you have so many different intakes into things. So like if you get visions and things like that, that's not always the makeup of a spiritual person. The makeup of a spiritual person is very much lines in our DNA, and it minds who we are as beings on this earth. Like, are you a good person? Do you do good? Are you serving yourself in the highest purposes? Are you doing enough for yourself? Are you in a good balance? Are you exercising enough? It's loads of things. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you share your goodness with others? That is the essence of a spiritual person. So Kiki, you're smiling, you're giving a smile. I would say that is you're doing this live, you're trying to channel in spiritual energy.
I'm reading the comments about everyone saying how amazing you are, and that's making me smile.
Oh, I love my little people. I love my crew. I love them. They're so sweet. They're always there. So that's nice. But I would say that you smiling, you creating this. So let's just give this as a little example, all right? Because again, to build energy, I can't explain how important that is. Like, we had to do a phone call before, because otherwise it will be like two talking people on two different frequencies, where it's important we all zen and we all connect into the same frequency. Each and every one of you that are sitting or watching this live will be connecting into that frequency, or will be adding something in of your energy to create and build a frequency with that. So you, Kiki, creating this live, that is your spiritual path. That is you shining your light and showing other people your light. Now, you will get so many different people that come into spirituality for the wrong things, or for the they don't know what they're doing it for. It's kind of like they sit in both camps. They don't understand what they're doing, but they know that there's something that they're meant to be calling. And I reckon a lot of people sitting in this live will actually feel that. They will be able to say that, actually, I am very spiritual in parts of me, but in other parts of me, I don't understand it. I'm not too sure what I believe or what I understand. And obviously it comes with tuning in, trusting a lot more in yourself. And in life, obviously, we're all chucked these curveballs and these situations that happen, and it completely throws everything. And that changes us as people. It molds us into different people. And it actually molds us into our higher spiritual selves, who we're always destined to be. So I think, Kiki, you're on the right pages. You're reading from the right pages, definitely. And I like that you're saying to me that you don't know what it is. You're finding your own purpose. It's like, yeah, that's well done you, because everyone has their right to find their own purpose. And I was going to say that you get a lot of egotism that comes into spirituality. They can't do that. They can't do this. They're not meant to do that. Who says that? Because no one is the judge. No one is the judge, and we are only there. Probably more that we judge ourselves, or we judge in ourselves what we do. And that's where our intuition and our instincts connect from, is how much we trust, all right, to be a free flow, to allow the energy to flow, basically, okay? So a lot of people ask how readings and things, how do you do a reading, Aimee? Why does a reading start? Where does it start from? And basically, I always go to them, I read the air. And they look at me as if to say, you what? And I go, I read the air. I connect to the air. I will never be able to put into words what happens or the way that things come around. But again, I don't always try and understand everything about spirituality, because there's a lot of things in the universe and what we do that we won't be able to understand, or we won't be able to understand. So listen, I feel like we'll connect. We'll do some messages if you'd like, if you want to talk about some crystals. Or let's ask you, Kiki, what would be your top 3 crystals that you would recommend people on a spiritual journey?
For spirituality, there's a type of amethyst called Vera Cruz, and basically that connects to the eighth chakra. So I'm all about sort of opening my third eye, basically. Yeah, I feel like that's my new superpower for me, that I can open my third eye and I connect to the bigger universe. And I love Vera Cruz amethyst for that. Clear quartz, which is the master healer, is amazing for balancing everything. So of course we need to be balanced. So I often use that. And crystals that connect to the angelic realms. I 100% believe in angels, and I want to connect to my angels and my spirit guides. So angelite, celestite, rutile, those kind of crystals.
Do you think on your journey that you've connected to your spiritual people before? Do you feel like you have?
Yeah, I feel like I've got a what's the word, like a guardian angel. So I once did a meditation where, you call in your spirit guide and you sort of ask their name. And I've never like had visions or anything like that. I'm not actually very good visually. I more get feelings. And I said in that moment, "What's your name?" And it said Scarlet. And I'm not, red is like my least favorite color. So for Scarlet to come up, I was like, "Oh, that's a bit weird." But that was the name that came forward. And now if I see like a red butterfly or something red, I think that Scarlet's around.
You recognise that that's your sign,
Yeah.
and obviously truth recognises in frequency. We said that it's like you'll know them things when you see something and you think it is something you'll never be able to say, "Oh, I don't believe that that's something I saw." It's like when you see something, it's like
Yeah.
and when you know something, you really do know things as well. So I think it's really important that what we do this evening is we talk a lot about other people's spiritual journeys. So I allow people to ask some questions, or I let people ask questions, and we'll see if we can answer them. We'll answer them together, together, because both energies are tuned. Does that make sense? So
there is a little question box at the bottom, guys. I think it would be easier to go through them possibly that way. So if you have any questions, you can click the little question mark and write it in there so that we don't lose track and we can kind of run through. I don't know how much help I'll be here, Aimee, honestly.
don't shoot yourself down. Don't shoot yourself down. You never know. You never know. So I obviously I read in many different ways. Okay, so let's talk about this because many people ask. You talk to spirit, you connect to the future. What is it? Well, how does it work? Like, what does it do? And I always say that actually, to be honest with you, a medium has not a lot of control over what comes or what. Is it possible to ask who your guardian angel is? So that's a very good question, actually, because you're asking, do you mean a guard? So we all have different angels and we all have different guardians, okay? So let's explain this because you're all quite spiritual people that are in this, and it's quite handy to know this. So a guardian angel, okay, is often somebody that's going to be from your spirit family, that's going to come and they're going to be from your spirit side, okay? A spirit angel, a spirit guide is your holy grail, the holy person that is your guardian in forever and a day, basically. But a lot of you will have both. A lot of you will have spirit people that will be your guardian angels, or loved ones that step forward to
say that, Aimee. Could it be like someone who's passed?
Yeah, definitely. But not to be a spirit guide, right? This is where people get confused, okay? So spirit, our loved ones, they work through a certain vibration on a certain frequency, okay? They are all around us all the time, okay? It's like, and they're often making themselves known. They are your protectors in certain ways. Does that make sense? And then you get your spirit guides that can't be your loved ones, okay? When people say, "Aimee, my nan's my spirit guide," and you think she is in a way, but she's not going to be your main character in your journey. That's your spirit guide, okay? One, because they take 100 years to reincarnate, to come, all right? And a lot of people don't understand that. So it can't be what they say, but it would never be me to say, shoot that person down and go, "Oh, no, that's wrong, you're wrong." Because everyone's entitled to their own opinions and to what they believe, okay? But through what I've learned over the years, and I've done this for a long time, I know, for what my opinion is that I feel that it can never be a loved one, because they often stand in a higher dimension to where our spirit family stand. So your spirit, our loved ones, they stand on like a certain frequency, and then your spirit guides, they come up to this higher dimension. Okay, you said about your third eye, Kiki, so you're going up, you're connecting into a higher dimension, to a different sort of attuning to a frequency. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So someone asked who my guardian angel is, all right? If you said to me, I would say to the girl that I read that from, I felt a very strong male, like I felt a granddad figure straight away that would have said that that was someone that was protecting you. But again, I also felt your spiritual side talk to me as well, and said that there was protection on that side as well. So guardian angels are often people that come in time, like they will present themselves in time. Many people will be on this journey, on this whole spiritual path, and not really have a clue who their guides and things are, or who they're channeling with, all right? And that is okay, because I was saying to Kiki before we started this, that not everyone sees messages, not everyone hears things, not everyone sees spirit, and not everyone has visions. Some people generally just feel things. They go with their feelings. They might get the goosebumps. They might have other things that attract to them as well, all right? They might see ear ringing. How many of you listening to this suffer with the ear ring, okay? Because I would say to you that the ear ringing is so significant. A lot of people say, is it tinnitus? And I go, no, it's not tinnitus. It is actually spirit attuning to you, trying to drop messages down. So when people go to me, when that happens, what should I do? Sometimes you're best just to be still, to be silent, to really feel what you feel, or to go with what you feel. And that's what a lot of people struggle with, is the whole letting go and trusting what they feel. Does that make sense?
Surrendering to the signs. Yeah.
Massively. So a lot of people with the earring are saying, yes, you can relate to the earring. What I would say is, I've got a little tip here that I'll say to you, okay? So when next time the ear starts to ring, or one of you start to experience this ear ringing, what you need to do to find out whether it's the universe connecting to you, or if it's energy trying to dictate a message down to you or give you something, all right? Ask them, stop and say, if that is you, if that is the universe putting that there, and if it is something of a force that is there, please make it go away. If it goes away and it stops within that second, you will know your answer. This is what I mean. I would trust that, and I know a lot of people here will be like, no, it didn't go, it went away, but then they go, but I don't know if it did, and I'm just thinking that. It can go very swings and roundabouts with wholly trusting ourselves, can't it, Kiki?
Yeah.
It's a struggle. I also see a shadow moving past me a lot lately. Very often think someone is there, but then nothing. What does that mean? Okay, so when people see people, basically Kiki already answered that. She said about the third eye, okay? Now, the third eye can see a lot of things beyond its means, all right? So a lot of you will know that I am a clairvoyant, so I see absolutely everything. My eyes and my visions, that's what I view a lot of things in visions. I see things playing through films a lot, and I vision and I read the visions of what I'm being shown, all right? A lot of people, that part in their eye, or their third eye, is often, that chakra is always open. It's just sometimes we see things in the physical, sometimes we see things through our mind, created through our subconscious mind, okay? So when you're saying to me, your voice keeps changing on the live. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, I would have never. I'm only joking. But well, as I was saying, that when we when we see shadows and it comes through our third eye, basically a lot of people will see shadows in the corner of their eyes and will see things. It doesn't mean that you're seeing anything bad or anything like that. It is energy that you're connecting to. Yeah, there are things there that you are connecting to that you probably don't. You're seeing it because you're meant to see it. A lot of the time it's because there are people around you, your loved ones are there, that they like to step forward, that they like to remind you that they're often standing by, giving you giving you signs or giving you some messages of communication, love and protection, they will always stand forward, okay? No, it's promise that two signs fly around in the room. Kiki keeps freezing as well.
I just came off Wi-Fi because in case it's me doing all that.
You see the same butterfly all the time. I feel like that's a beautiful message for you from somebody to let you know that they're always near you as well. And I definitely feel when I just read that, sorry, Chloe, I've just seen your name, that was something you see at a time of need, or it often finds you at your biggest time of need.
Aimee, someone asked about deja vu. Is that spirit trying to connect with us? I love this
conversation. Let's talk. Right, so. Okay, so again, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be like, I don't know if I believe that. I don't know what I believe, okay? So these are my opinions and what I have learned on my own journey. I'm not preaching to anybody to believe it's not my duty to say that or to make you believe things. I'm just saying to you what I believe to know through my own spiritual practice, okay? Now, deja vu is often said to be a time walk back to a moment where you've been in another lifetime, right? So when we zone out, okay, what your mind is doing, it is zoning in to a different life, supposedly, okay? So they say that we've all been past times, we've all been here before, it comes to everybody, all right? Or some people been here before, all right, in some way or the other. Now, deja vu is said to be that moment where the mind flicks back to a moment where it's been before and it doesn't understand why, okay? Now, I'm not going to start going on to use about past lives and reincarnations because that's very, very deep for this, all right? And that's not what we're here to do. But I would just say that deja vu, to somebody that's asked that question, it is connected to a previous time. It is connected to something for a previous time. There is no control over deja vu. I can't sit here and say, hi, Sids. Hi. I can't sit here and say to you, oh, deja vu. That is what it means to you. That is what it means, because this is what I know, or this is what I feel to know, all right? But I really like that question, because if there's any other questions like that anybody wants to know about things like that, go on, Kiki, you said something.
There's some questions here. I'm having a lot of dreams that don't relate to my own life. Are those messages from my guides, and how can I learn to understand them? And that's from Barbara.
Barbara, you're getting a lot of messages that don't seem to relate to your own life, okay? So let me break this down to you, because sometimes we get dreams that aren't always so clearly, like they can come and so basically every dream has a meaning, all right? Every dream, every experience that you have through your deep subconscious mind whilst you're drifting into your sleep, your soul is doing something. Your higher mind, your higher self are traveling somewhere, okay? Now, when we remember dreams, sometimes they can be a little bit like, oh God, something's bad's going to happen. We can feel a warning through a dream. We can feel goodness to come from a dream. We can tell where something's in rebirth through a dream. It's like we can experience a lot of different messages from the universe through our sleep. Now, a lot of people actually do experience a lot more through their sleep because their mind is awake. It's like their mind is open and they trust that. Whereas they come back to this meat, but we come back to here in our physical bodies, in our human forms, we find that very, very hard to trust. You're saying that they're not related to you, okay? I would say that they are, all right? You're telling me they're not, but I actually feel in my whole heart that they are. Again, not always going to be that they have to relate to you on the life and everything that you've got going on around yourself at the moment, all right? It can be other things that they are reaching out, connecting to, like what you're saying. Guides, guardian angels, things that you're quite connected to understand. Now, listen, with the dream thing and where people often do get quite intense feelings through their sleep, night terrors, lots of different unsettlement, like lucid dreaming, not being able to have like a settled sleep, okay? I always recommend to say to yourself to make sure that your mind is very, very calm and very, very clean before it goes to sleep, all right? So clean means no watching of anything scary, no listening, no, basically making sure that your mind is at peace, or that your mind is at peace. And also, I recommend to each and every single one of you that do have some sort of issue or some sort of problem when they're trying to sleep or get to sleep, is actually speaking to your loved ones, is actually talking to your guides. Even if you sometimes think, but I don't know who I'm talking to, all right? A lot of you will not realize that your loved ones are very much there before you're about to sleep. They protect the dreams. They sit on the bed and they protect your sleep. They like to watch you sleep, all right? So your loved ones are very much got a lot of control. Even your spirit guides have got even more control if you can connect into them and push your loved ones aside, because again, it's different frequencies. So we work from different places. They come on different levels. It's a little bit like what we're doing now. I'm talking to you very much from my guide's perspective, because I connect with my spirit guide. But around is energy building, is the spirit, because that is what I do. I connect with the spirit. When you're saying to me about the dreams, honestly, before you sleep, shut your eyes, make sure you're very at peace, hold your chest and say to your loved ones, please, make sure that my sleep is protected, that I am protected, that my bedroom is sacred, and really, really believe in that energy. Because remember, the power in belief. Believing, all right, is what makes it possible. Now, I've had a lot of experiences with spirituality before where basically I thought I knew best, and I was very young, very, very naive, and I thought I knew absolutely everything because I had this gift and I thought I was amazing, and I was so up my own arse in what I'd done. But actually I learned very hard lessons that way, because I learned things that I thought, actually, you don't know everything. We never know everything. And the power in believing has actually brought me to where I am today and brought me to where I am. And it's not just, I'm saying to use that on a manifestation cell, because you will hear that word chucked so everywhere nowadays. Everyone can manifest, everyone can do this, all right? And it's, listen, I would never put anybody down that works from that vibration, that comes and channels that energy. I am just a massive believer in the power of the universe, that the creator of the whole, all right? And I believe once you believe something, so once you start to really believe in your own self, and you say to yourself, my dreams are protected, I am protected, my loved ones, whoever stands in, my mum, my dad, my nan, my granddad, my brother, my sister, whoever's there to connect with me, please make sure I'm okay. The minute you believe that, the minute your dreams will completely change. You have so much more control over your capability as a spiritual human being than what you realise. You have a lot of people that will say to me, Aimee, I'm haunted. My house is haunted. Can you come and sort my house out? And I think, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It was usually it's an aunt or an uncle trying to get through to connect to somebody, but what they're doing is they're making themselves so known that their energy is building and building, and it's like zoom, they start to really cause agitation. Now, that isn't me saying that there isn't bad energy out there, because we all know yin and yang. We can't survive without the good and the bad, and that goes through our spiritual path as well. Okay, so listen, if anyone has any more questions, we'll answer some questions for a couple more minutes, and then we'll try and give some messages away.
Aimee, about the dream, so I'm just reading questions.
Go on, I like it, Kiki. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
These are people's questions. Why do I feel my happiest when it's full moon and my lowest when I can't see the moon? And that's from Sarah.
That means you're a moon child, that you channel the moon of the energy, right? Even a little bit deeper here, because I like this message, okay? So I like this, okay? So that means you're a moon child. That means that your spirit, your guide, someone that's connected to you in this, we'll say, in this whole different dimension through the universe, that is a little bit like they've been there since birth. They're the other half in you. It's really, really strange, okay? That person will have a massive connection to the moon energy, right? Or will connect on a deeper level to the moon phases, okay? Now, going back in times, looking back through different cultures, and I've done a lot of this through my years of spirituality, when you look back in different cultures, a lot of cultures actually do pray to the moon. The moon cycle is very, very significant to them, okay? So when you're saying to me that you feel a little bit agitated when you're in the moon isn't in sight, or when you can't see the moon, and you feel an instant sort of relief when you are able to see the moon, that is definitely your inner spirit that has that ultimate connection or feels that connection stronger. So listen, there is no, I would say to yourself to also try and value other things like the sun as well. Teach yourself to say actually the moon and the sun, both things bring light, or both things astonish light, all right? Your guide will be the person that's agitating that to say that I like the moon, this is my thing. Connect to that energy more, love. That's what it means as well, to connect to that energy on a deeper level. Use that energy to enhance your own spiritual vibration. You will naturally feel yourself completely change, or feel a complete change in yourself. I'm drawn to the malachite and finding myself to you go, girl. Pommy.
So malachite is
Yeah,
Vicky
Chloe,
Bird.
I'm really pleased you said that, because I did want to come and give you a message,
Aww.
but I didn't want you to. I was thinking that when you said about the butterfly, I was thinking you see it always in a time of need, or always through your time of need. Listen, I know everyone will want this, all right, but it's going to be hard, because I would say that I feel now more than ever you're at a place where you've been really needed, mum and dad, or they know that they're really needed beside you, all right? It's important that you enjoy your life, or you keep trying to enjoy the little things that you're trying each and every moment, all right? They are always around you, always. They will never not be there. They will never not push through to come and speak, or to be able to connect to you as well, Chloe, all right? So that butterfly you saw, always see that is their message to you, always, amongst millions of other things, I feel, as I've just said that to you, all right? So I hope that answers your question. I hope it lets you know that they are always there. Am I okay? What I think we should do is, do you have any other questions? Does anyone have any other questions?
There are some more, but let's do some readings, and then if we have a bit of time at the end, we can go through the questions at the end. And so I'd love to see you read, Aimee.
I get that. Do you know what? This is why I don't do lives, right? I don't do lives. I won't do Instagram. I don't show myself, only because I like to stay really true to myself, or true to who I am. The minute I start to like completely come off track, my guide is like, no, that's not who you are. That's not what you do. Boom, boom, boom. So listen, we'll go into this with no expectations, or we'll go into this with no expectation. Chloe, I'm so pleased, because I do. All right, Chloe, I'm going to come to you, because I do feel that I need to tell you about enjoying yourself again. I've got your dad mainly. It's not that I don't feel mum, just a little bit more of dad at the moment. As I read your question, it was definitely that he wanted to let you know that he was enjoying himself still, that he was still laughing, something to do with this really, really distinct laugh around this man. And he wanted you to know that watching you be the woman that you are and who you've become really, really makes him happy, or exceptionally proud. I know you're in a really difficult position at the minute, right? And I don't know why, and it's not my duty to know why or anything like that, because we're not on a personal reading. But what I would say to you is, he is saying to me that he knows you're in a very difficult position, and he tells me that everything is going to, you will learn to get through and be okay again, like to be happy again. That's what I will say to you. You really need to step away from things now that make you feel toxic, or make you feel like complete crap. I feel like you're trying, but it's quite a struggle for you, all right? Make sure you learn to cut your toxic ties away from things, and you will definitely start to feel more better, or you will feel better in yourself. I promise that to you. Obviously as well, I feel that there's this anniversary that's in place, or there's an anniversary that's coming up, maybe around mum or dad, or it's a time of importance in some way. Just know that to celebrate life, Chloe, to make sure that you're always celebrating life, all right? Because a lot of people are now saying, I'd like a message, all right? This is where it gets hard. I'm going to just pick people at random. You're best to not ask me who you'd like to come forward, because then you're planting seeds in a medium head. That's me telling people off. don't plant seeds, because that's hard. Once you plant a seed, it's like you're going on that energy. All right, so what I would say, I'm going to come to this Aimee's crystal collection. I would love a message angel, please. Aimee, nice to talk to you from another Aimee. When I'm reading your message, I feel that actually I've got to tell you about to build confidence, or to feel confidence in myself again after quite a very difficult couple of years connecting to different things. I feel, again, we're in a live, so I'm not going to start posting everyone's personal issues. I'm not going to start posting everyone's personal issues and things like that. But when I'm saying this to you, I feel a lot of things to do around my own health, and I feel that I'm learning to build my strength again, and to be confident in who I am. All right, Aimee, I would also say to you as well that there is a lot of love that pushes you forward on your spiritual journey, or you've got an angel army that connects with you as well. All right. There is this feeling as well that I've got this woman that's standing there. When I read your name, Aimee Crystals, I felt a woman connecting forward. Okay, I feel that this woman would have been a very good chatter as well, or she would have loved to have had a chat and a laugh. Dad died yesterday, 6 years ago. See, that's his anniversary, Chloe. Don't disrupt me because I can see messages. All right. Let's just say back to Aimee, the woman that was stepping forward did feel quite of a stronger woman. She was your woman. That's what I'm going to say. She is your biggest supporter, she's saying to me. While she was here on the earth, she also done a lot of, she spent a lot of time with you, or she spent a significant amount of time with you, watching you grow up. She's saying to me that this is, don't keep doubting in what you're doing. You've got this massive doubt in like where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I feel like you need to find your confidence after everything that you've done, because, or you've been through, especially in the hands of other people as well, or at the hands of somebody else. It's like finding my own purpose again. Listen, after all the heartache and everything, you are definitely due a little bit of sunshine, and I feel you're in your sunshine at the moment, love. So please try and enjoy it as much as you can, or as much as possible. I want to sleep from another country.
Aimee, that's about the giveaway. They want us to announce the winner.
Go on, Dan. Should we announce the winner?
Yeah, we can. So they have
Aimee,
to...
I'm actually crying, don't,
Oh,
because that's
Aimee.
a message meant for you, love. I could go on here. I'm sorry, but it's so hard because everyone's now writing for messages. So I'm like,
do it intuitively. But let me just see. So they do have to be in the live to win. So if they're not here, if you're here, you have to say. And if they're not here, I'll go on to the next person. So the first winner that I used a little app thing to do this was Tyra Jane. So is Tyra Jane here? Now I feel like a medium. I'm like, it's Tyra Jane.
I know Tara real.
Is Tyra here?
I don't think Tara's here.
She's not here. Okay, we'll try the next person, which is Sophie M9. Is Sophie here? There's lots of you here. This is going to go on and on. I've only got 5 names.
But listen, it will go to who it's meant to go
That's
to.
so true.
That. Listen, don't ever stress about them things. It's not meant for them people, the names you're calling out. It will be to who it's meant to be to.
So the next person is Yak_0121. Yak. Are you here? Is Yak here?
I did grow up in a very spiritual family. I did. I'm here, but don't hear you that well. She's here. Saya.
That's not the person. Okay, then we have got Shipper Barbara. Shipper Barbara. Are you here, Barbara? You asked the question earlier, so I know you joined. Are you here? Did you stay on? Barbara!
Oh. Congratulations, Barbara.
So Barbara Barbara, I've got your address already, but the lovely Aimee is going to give you a 20-minute reading, so that's amazing. You lucky, lucky girl.
Ah,
Um,
nice,
so get in
Barbara.
contact
Barbara,
with Aimee.
send me a message on or through Instagram. I'll give you my email address and you can book a reading. And you can do it that way. Okay. Congratulations. I look forward to talking with you. I'm just we're gonna give the crystal. We're gonna do the crystal now.
No, it goes to the same person. So she's going to have the
They've got both.
crystal and she's going to have the
That's
reading.
nice. That's nice. Very nice. Oh, Barbara's crying as well. Don't
Oh,
be off. I'll be crying in a minute. But listen, someone just asked something about, was I from a spiritual family or am I from a spiritual family? The answer to that is yes. A line of women that was all, my great grandma used to run seances in London. She was a medium.
wow.
And was very well known for it. My cousin, my mum, my brother, my sister, my dad, every single one of us are like this. Like, this is why when people talk to me, they go, isn't it fascinating? And I think, well, I don't really think it's anything no biggie. I think it's so normal. But listen, if anyone else wants to leave a comment, or I'll answer a couple more questions quickly, and I will give 2 more messages away to somebody. It's best to, I am looking at these comments a little bit more now. So if, ask your questions and we'll get them answered. Do you find your spirit guides or spirit? How do you find your spirit guides or spirit animals, right? So listen, that's a really good question, because let's be honest, a lot of people, I do spiritual development circles, okay, and I've sat in spiritual development circles since I was about 12 years old, all right? And I knew people that knew their guides straight away. I knew people that didn't meet their guides for 5 years. I know people now that are still on a spiritual journey do not know anything about their spirit guides, okay? For me, my guide stepped forward when I was quite young and presented himself to me in a way that I could not take back what he was showing to me. Evidence, names, things, locations, dates, madness used to come from this man. And his name, I'll say his name's Tamaz. He works beside me. He's always there. He is like my holy grail. If it doesn't come out of his mouth, it will not come out of my mouth. I do not trust one thing. He is my go-to person in everything I do with spirituality, all right? And it also makes me sound a little bit schizophrenic, because it's like I've got this imaginary friend that's here that tells me all these beautiful and amazing things, but in some sort of way, without sounding like some crazy person. That is what it is like, guys. It's like building a relationship, a foundation with a universal person. My guide stepped to me mainly on my 16th birthday, and he told me we would work. That was his first message on my 16th birthday, in the morning of my 16th birthday. He told me that I was to work in the name of the Lord, and I was thinking, God, me. And this is the thing, me, I'm very much me, girls. I will never try and hide or try and be somebody that I'm not, to prove or to try and, I don't know, be something else. I like to keep grounded in what I do. I think in the minute I come ungrounded and I start thinking back, oh yeah, I'm the best and all this.
But Aimee, you do spiritual coaching and mentoring, don't you, as well? To try.
At the minute, I run spiritual development circles. At the minute, I'm only got one circle that's going, or that I'm running from, because it's a lot. I do a lot of other work. I do reading, I do healing, I do one-to-one coaching for people. I do training, all right? Now, the thing about training is, it's not to come to me and think, I'm going to be able to tell you everything that you need to know about your spiritual person. I'm not. It would be your work that you have to put in. I am just your coach. I am the person that leads you through and connects the dots that you don't necessarily understand. I've worked with numerous different people recently, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love readings. Readings I've done since I was 11 years old.
What?
I've had my murdered, yeah. And that was something that happened straight away for me. I had no other choice out. I started working in a church and I was really, really young. So I've done readings. That part of me is always there, and I will never leave that part of me. But I do know that there is so much more that I'm capable of. And I think it's a good time that it's like now that you start showing yourself, or you start getting yourself out and showing everyone what you're capable. Those that are saying that they'd like private readings or message for private readings, message my page or go through my page. All right, what we will do is we will give a couple more messages out for people. So if you leave a comment now, or you leave a comment and I see somebody that I feel drawn towards or that I feel connected towards, I will say a message. Jane, not to be connecting in, but I think you've got a Scottish connection just by the fact that you said we. But Jane, I'd like to come to you and I'd like to give you a message, all right? Because I feel like if I said to you, Jane, that you're finding yourself as well a lot more recently, please, would you understand that, Jane? Or would that be something that you could take? Because I feel like I feel like I've got your dad or definitely a male figure, a father figure connecting forward that is telling me that you've been through quite a lot and now you're starting to really find and see your strengths as a woman, all right? I do feel that sometimes people take your kindness for weakness, Jane. You're a very person that lets people get away with quite a lot of things, or people seem to, I don't know, they take your kindness for weakness in some sort of way. Yeah, your dad. I thought so. Big old guy connecting forward with a big old Scottish way, because he was cracking a joke as well, and that made me laugh. And I thought, oh, I like the jokers, you see, because I like the laughs. But he connected forward, your dad, Jane, and I see him really dressed up in his nice shirt. And he is smoking, your dad. He would have smoked, or he would have done something with smoke, because I can smell really strong cigarettes connecting with him as well, all right? And he does tell me to tell, I don't want you to think you're going to be on your own, like, and to end up on your own and, like, I don't know, feel lonely for the rest of the time, because you won't. Life has a funny way of coming back round, or you get a second chance of happiness finding it when you least expect it through things. He is telling me about a wee nipper, so I presume that's a baby that's going to start connecting, or there's a connection to a baby through the family, or birth of a baby, all right? I would say to you, Jane, that just know that he is your guide, he is your protector, and he is your greatest strength. He tells me you're really aware of him recently. He's saying to me, she's aware of me, she's aware of me. So I take it you've been super aware of your dad recently, or you've been really connecting with your dad, because he listens all the time. He's telling me to tell you, all right? I also feel as well that I watch both of your children, or I watch over two of your children. So I don't know where the two children are around you, but he's connecting definitely a son to coming forward, because he's like, I'm everywhere. I go over everybody, all right? And I know, that's nice. That's very nice, okay? Listen, you're a very good mom, you're a very good woman, you're all the above, all right? Please know that this man's love will never ever leave you, or never not be beside you, Jane. Again, along with your mum, or connecting him with your mum that is obviously there along with him as well, all right? Listen, something to do with an old stereo or old CD records keeps coming to me, or your dad showing me an old, like, I don't know, what is that? Like records, vinyls, DJ. No, I don't think his dad's a DJ, I'm sorry. But he showed me vinyl records, all right? Something to do about old-fashioned music as well that is connecting through mum and dad. Listen, I would have said that they're probably dancers and they're dancing with one another up in the heavens or up amongst the stars again. Please know that they're there and they're always watching down on you, all right? Listen, I will give one more message away, so if somebody wants a message, please leave your names now or leave something. I don't like feeding, so don't say you'd like this or that, but anything that comes. Which crystals would help connect me to my spirit guides? Which crystals would help me connect to your spirit guides? Kiki, I'll leave that to you. Which crystal would you say would you recommend connect someone to a spirit guide?
The three crystals that I mentioned at the beginning. So celestite connects us to the angelic realm, so higher realms.
Nice.
And angelite, the name gives that one away.
Well done.
Golden rutile, so it's like a quartz and it's got golden rutile running through, and they are all the crystals. Even when I'm manifesting, though Aimee says she don't like that word, but I'm literally drawing in from the universe.
I feel like you can't say that word around me. I think my girls in my circle think it as well. They're like, can I
No,
say the word?
but I agree with what you said. I draw it in from the universe.
Yeah.
I'm you know.
I draw
So,
from the universe with a lot
yes.
of things. Okay. I did. I want to give someone a message realistically that I've not ever gave a message to before. So what I'm going to do is I want to come to Chanty B. Chanty B. Chanty Bye. Chanty, are you over in a different country, please, lovely? Or do you connect in a different country?
She is.
She is, yeah? Chanty, are you questioning where you're meant to be at the moment, please? Or have you been questioning where you belong or where you're meant to belong? Because it feels like I've been a little bit of all over, and where I found myself at the moment, I don't know if I'm settled or I don't know if I'm questioning whether I feel settled or not. Chanty, I feel for you, lovely. You've had quite the time as well, especially recently. Like there's been so much heartache around you, but you have to realise that the universe, things have a way of working, all right? And not everything is to hurt you, to test you or anything like that. The universe can do things to protect you, all right? I think a lot of the heartache you've been through, love, and a lot of the things from the people that have been drawn out of your life isn't through you being taught a lesson by somebody. It is that your loved ones in heaven know that they need your freedom. You need your freedom, basically, all right? And I know you're struggling to accept that at the moment, or you probably will struggle to accept that, but that is something that's so significant to you at the moment, is learning to let go of the past still, all right? And you will get through. I do feel a lot of things that I carry. Family feels significant to me. Like I carry things that I'm always thinking about others, or I'm always having to worry about everybody else, all right? I would say that my spirit tells me that what I need to do is do what right by me for a change. It's like I need me. So Shanti, I don't know if you can take that message. I'm not too sure if you can, but I would say is please just know that you're growing. You are really growing as well, all right? Again, there is a lot of love that stands forward for you in the spirit, Shanti. I do feel someone quite younger stepping in, so I like it a lot, all right? I don't know if there was ever loss of a younger person around you, maybe a brother or something like that, all right? But there's someone very younger man, a young boy standing in, all right? And it's like he's here in love to tell you that, again, that you have got angels that are watching over you. Sometimes, I promise you, don't think everything's sent to destroy you. Some things are actually sent to bring peace rather than chaos. I'll say that, all right? Okay, all right. So I'm going to give, I'm going to give 5 more minutes, all right? So I'm going to give one more question away. One thing away, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to still read through these and see who I feel connected to. Can't change. I'm in a workplace change and more. So you're looking to change your career. What does it mean if you wear crystals and you get headaches and the nausea from them? What that means is that crystal isn't for you, and you should take that off your neck or around your face immediately and find a crystal that makes you feel zen or makes you feel more settled. Some energies in crystals can be a little bit overbearing and powering for people. And remember, it's an energy. A crystal works off of an energy. Not every energy that you come into contact with will you feel completely like, whoa. Like, yeah, most of you will, not all the time though. You usually do. You can pick something up, that ain't for me, that's not for me. It's like with a lot of things, isn't it? We know what's for us. Take the crystal off, love, see if it gets rid of your headaches for you, or see if it takes away your headaches.
Can I ask what crystal it is, out of curiosity as well? So I'm just curious what crystal that is.
Moldavite, I bet. Do you know what? The amount of people that say I use Moldavite, and I think, are you all right?
I don't want it anywhere near me. Anywhere near me.
Oh, Chloe, you messaged me, didn't you? Your nan gave me a card at Christmas. I did, and I said, I can't find it anywhere. Tiger's Eye. I'm found. My nan gave me a Christmas card, and I can't find it anywhere. Have you checked all your bookshelves, Chloe? Or check on bookshelves, like in between books or between papers? Actually, I don't feel like that's lost. I'm sorry. You're saying, usually I'll be like, yeah, that's gone. That's a goner. But I don't feel that. I feel like it's in front of you or it's around you somewhere. Look a little bit closer. You'll find it. All right. The tiger's eye and the falcon eye, the whole, it's not for that energy. It's not for you, Cameron. Try and change the energy and things that you're using, and I promise you, go for things more lighter. You're using quite strong things. Use something of a purer base, like what Kiki said, clear quartz, something like that will feel completely different energies.
Citrine might be better for that, for those kind of energies.
Citrine,
yeah,
see, they got that. Not things that give you headaches and give you nausea. They're definitely signs that something isn't for you or they've not been for you. Listen, I wanted to give one more message away to someone. The message is for me.
Excuse me, Maple.
Maple, I love that name.
Maple, come here, Daddy.
All right, let's answer this question, because although this isn't something about me connecting with spirit, it is something that we could all definitely take a little bit of something from. Would love guidance on I'm so sorry. Would love guidance on how to move forward without anxiety, with less obsession about the outcomes and the fear of the unknown. Right now, that is a very, very powerful question. All right, and you're probably going to think, tell me this massive outcome story of what I can do, and what it all boils down to is one simple factor, is learning to trust the universe. And again, that word's a little bit like manifestation. I don't chuck it out that easily, all right? But it is so important that when we're expecting the outcomes of things, because realistically, none of us even know what tomorrow is going to bring. None of us know what next week is going to bring. None of us know what the next hour is going to bring, all right? Sometimes what we have to do is we have to work on the anxiety that we are experiencing at the time. We can't just say to ourselves, forget about the anxiety, forget about my obsessions. It needs work. It needs you to put the work in and to say to yourself, when you have them moments, instead of spiraling down the rabbit hole and believing your anxiety and sitting with that thought and letting it materialize, so you're in a state of worry for not even just the day, it's like it goes on, it carries on until you're in the rabbit hole. When you're going to experience them things, or when you're having them fun, sit with it. Be like, why am I feeling uncertain? What is it? What is making me feel this way? A lot of you don't realise is that you all have an inner voice that will say to you yes and no, right? A lot of the time your ego will go, no, that's wrong, no, it's wrong. But that inner voice, it can come from your instincts, it can come from your intuition, it can come from your dreams, it can come from even down to goosebumps. Intuition works with us in so many mysterious ways. Now, sometimes when you're saying to me, sit with it, and usually you'll feel, yes, I'm okay. It's like, I'm just in this mindset of things. I need to break free of them mindsets. Listen, spirituality can save people in so many different ways. And that isn't me saying that I think each and every one of you should dive onto this journey. I think all of you are naturally on this journey anyway, all right? But what I would say is to put a little bit more faith back into the universe, of that things are okay, that you are going to be okay, and not let your mind control your expectations towards the future, all right? It is so hard when, listen, I talk a lot on my, some of you know I talk a lot quite openly on my Instagram, right? When someone says, but a lot of people will come back with me with the mental health thing and say to me, but I suffer with anxiety. And I think, okay, that I'm really sorry about. I'm so sorry about that. I do too. I do as well. I suffer from depression, but I don't sit there and I don't say to myself each day, this is going to control my life. Actually, it's the opposite. What I say is, I'm like, you ain't fucking bringing me down. There's nothing that can, boom. And actually, a lot of what I feel comes from my spirit within me. It comes from within me, and it goes, you're all right. It's going to be all right. It's like, okay, that's fine. I don't ask a lot of self-gain. A lot of you who have known me will know that I don't ask anything for self-gain. I will never ask. I have done over the years. I've used and abused my gift, and this is where it's led me to now. I don't ask him anything, but I receive everything. I receive everything I need to know. And it's like, I'm not a trained healer, I'm not a therapist or anything like that. I work with the energy that's connecting around me, and I use that and I amplify it to direct me and to direct others. So listen, I've really enjoyed working with you, Kiki, this evening. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Aimee. I love hearing you, honestly, and they've been saying in the comments that you should do a podcast, because not only the readings are amazing, I'm really so like, I want to know more about you.
I will do a podcast. There's many things I want to do. I want to run a spiritual school, so loads of people can come, and they can come to me from all over the world, and we can vibe and do lots of spiritual things.
I'm there.
It's like,
Aimee, can I be first on the
you've all got an invitation. Each and every single one of you have got an invitation. Thank you so much for holding.
Thank you, Aimee. And if you want a reading from Aimee, just get in contact through Instagram, and she'll tell you how it all works and everything like that. But honestly, Aimee, thank you so much, and I hope to speak to you again soon.
Thank you very much. All right.
Bye, lovely.
Bye. Bye. Bye.